I put it around his neck, and I asked him again, where my at? He didn't respond. His face turned purple. There was blood coming out of his mouth.
His own mother found the victim's head in a bucket beside his severed penis and a Jolly Rancher.
Are you positive my son's head is in a bucket?
That's how she put it. I found my son's head in a bucket. So I'm dumbfounded. Didn't believe it.
I have no clue what's happening. My girl swears that she's found her severed head of her son in the basement.
Did you go down there?
In a bucket. I went down. I can't tell what the I'm part of my language. I'm kind of a little freaked out.
Tara had woken me up and said she thinks she found Chad, her son's, that's how she put it. I found my son's head in a bucket. So I'm dumbfounded. Didn't believe her. Thought she was having a mental issue or something. I go downstairs and see what the hell she's talking about, and I can't see anything, so we go back upstairs and contemplate what the heck to do.
I guess what do you do specifically when you go downstairs?
I went to the basement and observed a bucket that she said, but I don't know, my mind blocked it out. All I seen was like hair, like an animal or something. I didn't know what to do.
I was on the run in Texas after having my baby taken. I decided to make things right and clear up north. When I got back, they put my on the bracelet. I went to buy a bag on the low, so I went to my ex, who was a Satan disciple, and family, we all Latin kings, so we beeping. We don't with SDs. I gave him $100 for the bag, and the bag was $50. He pocketed the cash. Me and him and another homie all smoked up, and then my homie left, and I went to drop off my ex, and he wanted before I left. So I went into the basement, and he went and pulled out 2 chains. I asked him, where my money at, fool? And he said, I ain't got it. So I took a chain, I put it around his neck, and I asked him again, where my at? He didn't respond. His face turned purple. There was blood coming out of his mouth. So I laid down on the bed and to listen to his heartbeat, and I said, damn, this motherfucker's still beating. I went upstairs to grab a kitchen knife. I went back downstairs, took off his pants. I sucked his cut his head off at the same time, because the only SD that I would ever be doing would be sucking. Then I chopped his off and conceal the crime. I used a nearby shower drain to pour out the blood and put it in bags and boxes around the basement to store the body parts in, and plastic bags for the organs. I was covering up his body, and while the people were entering the basement, I would continue to cut him up, and then and I would cover him up, and then when they would leave, I would cut him back up, and then I headed out to the truck, and I started loading up the body parts in there, and then I went back to the apartment I was staying at. After chopping it up with my roommate, I went to go get rid of the body, and then there was cops surrounding the place with their guns out, telling us to get down, get on the floor, and that's why I'm in custody today. Well, what went down was I had bought a bag of dope. I bought it for $50, but I gave him $100, and he didn't give me my $50 back. And what went down between the whole thing, he was a SD, and then I was a Latin king. And then I wasn't supposed to be doing my with my ex, but that's what's down. And, SDs and Latin Kings, they ain't good. That I can conceal this crime, I chopped up his body. And then, there was a lot of things going on at the time. But I had my niece with me, and she was watching a whole lot of series on Dahmer. A whole lot of series on Dahmer, and then everybody thought I was dating Dahmer, so people were laughing at my saying I was dating Dahmer. I took a picture with his, and then I was trying to put it on a blow-up doll, a customized blow-up doll. His face, and then send it off to one of my friends. I'd like to be still slinging my pussy on the street, but over here it's all right.
What? Breaking?
I should have went back to Chicago. I should have went down south, but I didn't do that. I stayed up north. I stayed around in Green Bay. I went back to where my bracelet was at, and to like continue going to work, and then continue on from there. But instead, like I just smoked up with my roommate, and that was that. I mean, that's definitely what I should have done. You know, that's definitely something that like any right-minded person would have done. Mm-hmm. That's definitely something that you could have done. But what I did, I stayed in town. I stayed in town, and I was chopping it up with my roommate. I wasn't supposed to be doing business with my ex, but I did. And then what he did, he pocketed the money that I was supposed to have. So I went out and took his out for that. As soon as I went out, I started chopping up.
You went off on your attorney too.
Because I did one thing for sure. I did have I had a lot of motherfuckers out there. Nah. I mean, no, there's motherfuckers out there that, you know, you really want to you beef with hard. I mean, yeah, you want to murk a motherfucker, but no, I mean that's what other motherfuckers, they be saying on my name that I've killed more than one, but man, I'm trying to work on this appeal, yo, and get out.
They're all true.
Sticking his tongue out at
You
me.
might know Taylor
And so I went
Schabusiness
off
as
on
the
it.
woman who attacked her
But the one
attorney
before
in
that,
open court.
he was doing the same thing too, saying
You went off on
he
your
was
attorney, too.
competency. He kept on saying you need more competency here. You need more competency here. They constantly keep on saying that, and I said, no, I'm straight. My dad showed up in the back of the courtroom, and then as soon as he popped through, that was my dad's previous attorney too, and then he had just fired his. He said, get this guy off your case. So then, as soon as my dad popped up in the courtroom and he sat his down, I already knew it was go time, and that's when I had to go in. So then that's when I went in and I fired it.
First verdict reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor Denise Schabusiness, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in count 1 of the information, dated this date, July 26, 2023, signed by the foreperson. Second verdict reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor Denise Schabusiness, guilty of mutilating a corpse as charged in count 2 of the information, dated this date, July 26, 2023, signed by the foreperson. The next verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant, Taylor Denise Schabusiness, guilty of third-degree sexual assault as charged in count 3 of the information, dated this date, 26th day of July, 2023, signed by the foreperson.